Yo, it is Gay YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a tier list of all of the downtown cards that dropped this season here in NBA 2K25. My team, 20 of them in total. Keep in mind, this list is going to be a bit strict because they're all Dark Matter and up, obviously. I feel like also there's just a lot of mid cards in this drop, so I think we might actually have a relatively bottom-heavy tier list. We'll see. But again, let me know what y'all think of the list in the comment section down below. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. The first card on the list is Mike Conley. I don't completely hate Mike Conley. I feel like he's going to be one of the best cards in D tier, but I also think he's probably still got to go in D tier realistically. He's a 6'1 PG. He doesn't have perfect SIGs. They're not atrocious, but they're not perfect. And his jumper is good, but not great. But the honest truth is, if you are a 6'1 point guard, you had better be absolutely perfect in basically every other way to even have a chance to not be D tier. And unfortunately, Mike Conley is not that. I think he's got to go there. Gary Payton. I think for now I'm going to go B. I know he's an Invincible, but the honest truth is he's not that great. He's 6'4". Yes, his SIGs are nice. They're not perfect, but they're very good. His release is elite, but he has basic dunks, which I don't love, especially at only 6'4". That takes away some of the slashing ability because he's going to have a tough time creating the space in the first place to get those dunks at 6'4". But then additionally, he's also going to have a tough time with finishing the dunks if he's not going to have good dunk animations, which he doesn't really have. So I think overall, he's one of the he's probably the second worst Invincible in this drop. And so I think he's probably B tier overall. Mark Price, another easy D tier. He's worse than Mike Conley, just as undersized, unelite point guard who doesn't really do anything extremely well, to be totally honest, at this point in the year anyway. Not a card that I personally would recommend using by any means. 100 overall, George Mikan feels like probably B tier as well. I think I got to be kind of strict here. I mean, he's a 6'10 power forward, so he doesn't have elite size at this point in the year. He's got Curry Escape and a good jumper. That's about it in terms of animations. Those are nice things to have, though, for sure. He's got a good jumper. He's got Curry Escape, and he's, again, got the 100 overall stats and badges. He's a well-rounded, good, super solid card. I wouldn't call him incredible. I think there are several better cards in this drop for sure, but he's a guy who I think you could argue A tier. For now, I'm going to go B. We'll see. We might move him up. Kevin Martin, our first C tier, 6'7" 2 guard with okay movement, solid jumper, not a bad card. Wouldn't call him elite either, though. He doesn't have amazing defense. He doesn't have great SIGs. His jumper isn't spectacular. He's a good card. He's not what I would consider a great card at this point in the game. Solid, but unspectacular. Shawn Kemp, our first S tier. That one's a no-brainer. He's 6'10". He's extremely switchable at the small forward position, not to mention he is an elite defender. He has he's Invincible, so he's got pretty much perfect stats and badges, but he's also got the perfect animations. He's got all the SIGs you want, the De'Aaron Fox crossover, the Zach LaVine step back, in addition to your Garland, Francis, Curry, Trey, your standard elite SIGs, Pro 2 Fade, JT Thor base as well with Oscar Upper is money. Stud card, top 5 or so small forward, maybe the best card in this entire drop, potentially. Pete Maravich, his jumper stinks. I know he's 6'5" at the point guard position, but his jump shot stinks and his SIGs are not great. To me, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point. I don't think Pete Maravich, honestly, has been good in like a couple of years in my team. I don't remember the last time we had an elite level Pistol Pete card. I feel like there was a pink diamond in like 2K21 or 22 that was a really good card earlier in the year. That might have been the last really high level Pete Maravich card that we've gotten. I might be wrong about that, but it feels like it's been a while. Certainly not this year did we get a good Pistol Pete. Elgin Baylor, same story as Mikan. I think there's better cards. No, that's not true. Elgin Baylor's A tier. I don't know what I'm doing. He's got to be A tier. He's 6'5". He's got basically perfect SIGs. I'd take him over Gary. He's got a bigger player build than Gary. His jumper's elite. His SIGs are perfect. He's got Pro 2 Fade. He's got everything you want from an Invincible, let alone 100 overall. Yes, he's 6'5", he's a little undersized, but that's not terribly undersized at point guard, and he's a great card. He's very well-rounded, very complete. I think he's our first A tier, and I think he absolutely deserves it. Rick Barry is going to be our second A tier. 6'7" shooting guard with, again, pretty close to perfect SIGs and a very good jump shot, as well as Pro 2 Fade. That is the mix of a very, very good card. Could use a couple of defensive hoffs at it. He doesn't come with like base on-ball menace and a couple others, but if you get those badges on him, he's a very complete, very, very good Dark Matter shooting guard, and I do think I would take him over the B tier guys as well. He feels like an A tier to me also. Rudy Gay, another very high card on this list, is going to go up in the S tier if I can just click properly. He's an easy S tier. He's 6'8" at shooting guard. Big player build, good jump shot, great SIGs, great slasher, great animations. Rudy's always a stud. He's always one of the better cards in the game. Whenever he gets a new card, he's always a stud. And especially when he gets a really good in-game type card like this, he's going to be an absolute monster. Elite level 6-8 shooting guard. Bill Walton is going to be the only big man in the D tier. I think he's terrible. His jumper is trash. His release, just not going to cut it. His movement isn't there. He's he's not horribly undersized, but he's 6'11 at power forward, so he doesn't have elite level size. I don't really know what Bill Walton does at a high level. Maybe defend and rebound, but a lot of cards are going to defend and rebound just as well as Dark Matter Bill Walton does. He is not a card who really provides much value at all. And in my opinion, I think he is a D tier. Mitch Richmond is another B tier. I don't think he's as good as Elgin Baylor. He's kind of a worse version. Doesn't have as good of SIGs, not quite as good defensively. Jumper might not even be quite as good, but his jumper is very good. He's got Garland dribble style still. He's still got a good escape. And he's a solid 6'5 point guard with well-rounded stats and badness. He's going to compete. He's going to do a good job. He's a very solid card. I think he's B tier. I don't think he's quite A, but I definitely think he's a super duper solid option. Artis Gilmore, I am going to go A tier. Being 7'2" with a player build that makes him look even bigger than that, I would say his player build makes him look 7'3", 7'4" because of how tall his afro is and how big it is. He is an impactful quality defender. He's got a really nice release. Well, a solid release. I wouldn't call it spectacular, but it's good enough. He's going to stretch the floor well. He's a great defender. He's a great finisher. And he's also, which I think is a big plus, the cheapest of all the giant dark matter bigs. Like legitimately a very solid card who can actually be attained for just over 100 KMT. Really good option. Definitely A tier. Derrick Rose. Not apologizing. He's D tier. I'd love D Rose to be good. His jumper stinks. 2K didn't change his jump shot. He's a 6'3 point guard with a trash shot. I don't know what else you need to say than that. That kills a card, especially at this point in the year. Totally kills a card. Bad jump shot at 6'3 is just not going to do it. And so he's D tier. I'd rather have Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson's got pretty good SIGs. He's got a good jump shot. He's got Pro 2 fade. He's bigger than D Rose is. He's a good card, and I think he's absolutely better than D Rose. I think he's an easy C tier, whereas D Rose, to me, it wasn't even really that hard of a thought. I know he's a high tier card, but not in terms of the way he plays. I think he's an easy D tier, and I think Dennis Johnson in C tier is also correct. Julius Randle, speaking of C tier, yet another one right there. 6'8 small forward is okay, if not spectacular size. He's got good movement, but I will say his jumper's a little bit on the slower end. That's probably the biggest holdback for Julius Randle, is that his jump shot just isn't great. Joe Dumars, I'm actually going C tier for him too. This one might be a little weird, but this card has basically perfect SIGs, perfect stats and badness. I think people didn't realize how good Joe Dumars was, to be totally honest. You got a 6'3" point guard, 6'6" wingspan, 97 speed, 97.3, 90 driving dunk. Defensively, he's legitimately good too. And the stats and badges are great, but the animations are maybe better. T-Mac base, good quality uppers. Favors upper isn't bad. Pro 2 fade, Garland, Francis, Curry, Trey. His SIGs and his animations are pretty solid. Wouldn't say the jumper is spectacular, but it's definitely good enough, and everything else is awesome. I'd say the jumper is pretty darn good too. And I mean, this is what a short point guard should look like animation-wise. He's got the stats and badges to complete, and he's got the animations to do it too. Obviously, he's still not super high level, but he's better than the D tier guys. I think he's an easy C. Kevin McHale, S tier again, 6'10", switchable, 7'11" wingspan makes him uber switchable. He's a very, very good shooter. He's a very, very good slasher. He's a very, very good shot creator. Honestly, I'm not sure there's anything he's not good at, to be totally honest. He's a great card. I think he's an easy S tier. Rick Smits, S, I think. Honestly, he's the best Dark Matter that dropped. He's the best non-invincible that dropped in this set. 7'4" with Jack Sigma's jumper is just going to be an absolutely insane card. He's got enough speed to compete. He's got the size, absolutely. He is an elite card, and I think he has to be S tier. That one, I don't think I even have to think about. And then honestly, I don't have to think about John Stockton either. He's an easy D tier. He's 6'1" without perfect animations and with his own jump shot, which was fine early in the year. At this point, it's going to be a little bit on the slower end, especially for somebody his size. That's not going to do it. Again, D tier for him as well, despite being 100 overall. And that is the list. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. If there's anything you'd change, feel free to let me know. But this is the tier list right now for the downtown drop. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.